Drought conditions now in 26 states beginning to affect food prices. CNBC's Jackie DeAngelis joins us with more on that and all the latest breaking headlines coming into the CNBC newsroom. Good evening, Jackie.
Good evening, Larry. Well, the Agriculture Department, responding to widespread drought conditions, declared more than 1,000 counties in 26 states as disaster areas, enabling farmers to get emergency loans at low rates. Jane Wells spent the day on an Illinois farm watching commodity prices seesaw.
The price of corn was all over the place today. It really shot up this morning after the USDA came out with its latest numbers, its projections for the crop this year, slashing expectations much more than most people expected. So the price of corn really popped. It got over $7.80 at one point. Then at midday, all the prices for corn, wheat, and soybeans started to fall after the USDA declared over 1,000 counties in the Midwest disaster areas and is offering those farmers low-interest loans to help them to get through the rest of this year.
A withering pasture in Arkansas, reservoirs gone dry, and cracked earth now being seen throughout much of the nation. More than 1,000 counties have been declared disaster areas. Over the past 6 weeks, the drought has spread dramatically, now blanketing more than 60% of the lower 48 states, with some of the hottest months still ahead.
This bean plant should be about 2 foot tall by now.
These plants should be over my head.
The impact on agriculture is devastating. 30% of the corn crop is now in poor or very poor condition, up from 22% the previous week.
But I think now even a 2-inch rain would not salvage this crop.
But crops aren't the only casualty.
It's just devastating. It is. It looks like what I count the desert.
Grazing grounds are barren, forcing ranchers to either buy feed for their hungry cattle or sell off their herds.
If no significant rain comes, I'll have to go out of business.
Food prices are going to increase. We are a nation that eats a lot of beef.
I'm meteorologist Mike.
The first 6 months of the year were the warmest ever recorded, with 170 record highs tied or broken in the second half of June alone. Last month was also the 10th driest June on record. On the Eibendahl family farm in southern Illinois, corn that should be a foot long now, barely 2 to 3 inches. Yield so low that it's probably not worth harvesting.
It's probably going to cost more in fuel than what you'll end up getting out of it.
The soybean crop is also in trouble.
This bean plant should be about 2 foot tall by now.
The plant may not be rising, but crop insurance claims have. And for consumers, all this could mean higher prices in the stores.
Do you have any food reserves in your home right now? How long could you provide food for your family if the food supply was cut off? A month? A week? 3 days? Wouldn't you feel better if you had the necessary reserves? Have you ever noticed that the more advanced we get, the less prepared we are? Many things that defined life only 100 years ago are so convenient today that we don't really think about what would happen if that convenience were gone. Consider how we get our food. We just go down to the grocery store and grab a few things. But what if something happened that interrupted the food supply to the store? How long would it take for the shelves to be wiped out? What would you do? How long could you and your family survive? You know, for all the other important things in our lives, we have a variety of professionals, from mechanics to doctors, to help cover our bases. Why don't we also have a food professional? Food is our greatest dependency, yet most of us find ourselves unprepared for the uncertainties that lie ahead. Why take chances? Why not do something about it? You've already taken the first step. Keep moving forward with this tour, even show you how to get your food for free.